If you've ever held on to something that was hurting you, maybe a memory, a failure, or someone who left, you know the pain of carrying weight that drags you down. If you've whispered, "I can't let this go, it's too hard," then this story is for you. Listen carefully, because sometimes the secret to moving forward is not in holding tighter, but in learning to let go. Once upon a time, in a small town by the river, there lived a young man named Arin. He was strong, hardworking, and full of dreams. But Arin had one problem: he could never let go of the past. If someone insulted him, he carried the bitterness for weeks. If someone betrayed him, he replayed it every night. And when his father passed away suddenly, leaving him with grief and regret, Arin locked that sorrow inside and refused to release it. On the outside, Arin smiled. But inside, he was drowning. One day, while walking in the forest, Arin met an old wanderer carrying a large leather bag. The man's face was calm, but the bag looked heavy. Curious, Arin asked, "Old man, why carry such a heavy load? Doesn't it slow you down?" The old wanderer chuckled, "This bag carries stones of memories, disappointments, and regrets. I've chosen to carry them, just as you do." Arin froze. "How do you know?" The old man's eyes sparkled. "Because I see the weight in your shoulders even though your hands are empty." He handed Arin a stone from the bag. "Hold it." Arin held it easily. It wasn't heavy. Then the old man gave him another. Then another. Soon Arin's arms trembled under the load. "This is what happens when you refuse to let go," the wanderer said. "One stone feels light, but carry them all, and they will crush you. Life was never meant to be lived backward." The old man led Arin to the river. Its waters flowed fast and free. He picked up a dry leaf, placed it on the water, and let it drift away. "See that leaf? It doesn't fight the river. It lets go, and the river carries it. That's how life should be. But you, young man, are clutching rotten leaves, refusing to release them. No wonder you're tired." Arin frowned. "But if I let go, won't I lose everything? What if I forget my father? What if I forgive those who hurt me and they think they won?" The wanderer smiled gently. "Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing your hands to hold something better. It doesn't mean they win, it means you win peace." The old man then gave Arin a challenge. He tied a heavy rock to Arin's arm and asked him to cross the shallow part of the river. At first, Arin managed. But as the water rose to his chest, the rock dragged him down. He gasped for breath, his legs trembling. "Drop it, or you'll drown," the old man shouted. But Arin held on. "I can manage," he choked. The water pushed harder. Arin sank deeper. Fear filled his chest. Finally, in desperation, he released the rock. Instantly, he floated free, reaching the shore, gasping but alive. The old man nodded. "You see, son, sometimes the only way to survive is to let go." A few months later, Arin's town faced disaster. Heavy rains flooded the riverbanks, destroying crops and homes. People panicked, clinging desperately to their possessions, trying to save everything. Arin too grabbed his chest of belongings, old letters, broken tools, memories of his father. But the chest grew heavy as he tried to carry it through the rising waters. Suddenly, the wanderer's words returned, "Sometimes the only way to survive is to let go." With trembling hands, Arin released the chest. It floated away, carrying pieces of his past with it. Tears burned his eyes. But in that moment, his arms were free to lift a crying child stranded on a rooftop. He saved the child's life because he chose to let go. After the flood, Arin changed. He still remembered his father, but no longer through chains of regret, only through love. He forgave old betrayals, not because people deserved it, but because he deserved peace. He realized that life is like the river, it keeps flowing forward. If you clutch the rocks, you sink. If you release them, you rise. The villagers noticed a new calm in Arin. He smiled more freely, helped others more generously, and carried himself like a man finally unburdened. One evening, a young boy asked him, "Arin, what made you so happy these days?" Arin lifted the boy in his arms and replied, I learned the power of letting go. When I stopped holding on to what hurt me, I finally had space for what heals me. So, dear listener, remember this, letting go is not weakness, it is power. Holding on to anger, grief, and regret weighs you down. Releasing them doesn't erase your story, it frees you to write a better chapter. The moment you let go, you make room for peace, hope, and joy. So if something in your life is hurting you, ask yourself, am I holding on to a stone that is drowning me? If yes, be brave enough to release it. Because sometimes, the greatest strength lies not in holding on, but in letting go.